Hi Flosstube, it's Patty here. I'm just going to do an update and show you some of my 2020 plans. The first thing I'd like to show you just is this squishy blanket I have on my lap. I made it for my husband, who is a long-haul truck driver, to have in his truck. It fits about a twin-size bed, and it took me just a little under a year to do. Yeah, it's done in Loops and Thread, which is Michael's brand, Big Whale, and it's in charcoal and burgundy. And he really likes it. He even put it on our bed last night, which is why it's still here and he's gone. He forgot to grab it off our bed. So next week he can take it. Anyways, I'll put this aside and we'll get started on some of the other things. My knitting project I'm working on right now is another sweater like this one. And it's for my oldest daughter. And it's in forest green. And I've got a good start on it. Just working an hour a day on it. And eventually we'll get it done. I'll put that away so I can get that big bag out of the way too. All right. Let's get my notes here so I don't forget something. I'm using the Tiny Decisions app, and I tried to film this on my iPad so I could show you because it's on my phone. But what I'm doing is I have 21 whips and new starts on my Tiny Decisions app. I'm going to show you the whips and some of the new starts that I'm going to do. And then I did a second part to my Tiny Decisions app, and they have days in like 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 14. And what those are days. So if I roll a 5, I will stitch on that project that I picked for 5 days. If I pick a 14, then I will, and if I finish it before that time, then I'll just put that whip away or that finish away, and I will spin again and start a new project and new amount of days. So my first project, excuse me, I did on January 1st, and it came up with a new start seasonal. And what I want to do is I want to get some more smalls done so that I have, because I have a couple places where I display smalls for holidays and seasons, and so I want to get a few more done. So I've got that on there. I believe it is 3 or 4 times. 3 times. So the first one I started on the 1st and I finished it on the 2nd, and I finished it into a little pillow and I filled it with crushed walnut shells, and it is a Scarlet House pattern. And this is my finish. And these at the top here and at the bottom in the little diamond shapes are Swarovski crystals. And I was supposed to do inside the letters in black, but I really like the hand-dyed fabric showing through. So this is DMC 814 and then just white. So that'll be all ready to put into my display for February. So that's one down. And my whip that I'm working on right now, oh, sorry, one sec, I forgot it. Oh, here we go. Sorry. It's a table runner that I started a long time ago. And I'll just show you the picture, finished picture of it. And this one is finished as a pillow, and I'm not finishing it as a pillow. So that's the pattern there. And I'm doing it on either end of a bell pull, or a bell pull, of a table runner. And this is the end I have done so far. And I've worked one day on it, and this is what I've got. So, whoops. Let's get the threads out of the way. And that's what I got done so far. So I will work again on that later today, and until Thursday, and then I will put it aside and roll a new project to do for in the Tiny Decisions app. Okay, so that is up to date now. Now I'll tell you what else I have in that Tiny Decisions app that I will be working on. So we have right in the center here. Sorry for the glare. It's Mummy and Baby Giraffe by Mary Ellen Yanich. And it's done on hand-dyed fabric by Rolanda. And that's where it's at. And I just got the hind end of Mummy to do, and then that'll be done. I collect giraffes, so it'll be nice to have this one done. And second one is a Duran Jones pattern. And it's a dimensional snowman ornament. And I started this one last year, and I got the other ones done that were on my list, but I didn't get my own done. So this is how far I am on it. I just have to put the snowmans in the 4 spots and then sew it together, and then backstitch around it, and that's how you put it together. It's like a biscornu. You put it together. It's a dimensional thing. And this is hand-dyed fabric by Rolanda, and it's got sparkle in it. And so hoping to get that finished for my tree for this year. And then next we have the Rufus hummingbird. And this is a stitching studio. It's a Sue Coleman design. And I love hummingbirds. I think they're so unique. And I do not have very much done on this one, so. And this is also hand-dyed fabric by Rolanda. And there's my little start. Not very much. I think it's his wing is where I started on. So it would be nice to get some of these done, that's for sure. The next one is Dory. And that's Dory there. And Dory is going to be put onto a swimming bag. I go swimming quite a few times a week. And I think it goes that way. I'm not sure which way it goes. And that's what I've got done so far. So a lot of blue. But just doing Dory. I'm not doing any of the background, and she's going to go on my swim bag. Okay, next we have the Bunny Biscornu by Joan Elliott. That's kind of what the pattern is. And I have the back is done. And the front has a little bit done. Need to get the bunnies on there now. So, and then you just stitch those together. And I like biscornus. They're fun to make. Next we have the Halloween biscornu. And I have one done, and I'm working on the other. The front and the back are the same. So there's one side, and then I'll do another side the same. And this is also hand-dyed fabric by Rolanda. She's on Etsy if you're liking any of the fabrics I'm showing. The next is a Lizzie Kate Springs Sensation. And I'm doing this all on one piece. Whoops, there's the buttons. I don't want to lose those. Like that. And underneath it says, "To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under heaven." And I have, I think it's spring and part of summer done. So let me put that aside. Okay, we have spring done, working on summer, and then fall and winter will go beside that. So, and they're just using my own floss. I think they're DMC variegated. So that's that one. And this one is a monarch butterfly. Which one is that? Okay, it's those ones right here. And I only have a little start on this one as well. But I really like it on this fabric. I think it's going to look really pretty. The blue sure pops anyway, or the black, I mean, sure pops. So I haven't worked on these ones for quite a while, so it'd be nice to get back to them. But we'll have to wait till they come up on the Tiny Decisions app. The next one is just a little quilt square pin cushion. It'll be something that I can have in one of my dishes, like anytime. And I'm doing them with variegated floss. So that's one right there. And I'm just going to do it like a little pin cushion, and then it'll just go into one of my little dishes. So that one's a very old one too, and that's out of a Leisure Arts magazine from 1996. I have quite a collection of those. And then next we have Killer Whales. And I'm doing this one right here. And this is out of Cross My Heart Ocean Animals. And this is also on hand-dyed fabric by Rolanda. And that's what I got done so far. So I thought it would look like a stormy day, like the coast of Vancouver some days. And then next we have, this one is a very old one. Oh no, it's the next one that is. Okay, this one is for my great niece. Oops, and it is oh, I don't have the book in here, but it's a Care Bear. I just have the photocopy. It's a Care Bear sleeping beside a K. Her name is Kara, so I want to do it, and then I'll spell out the rest of the letters. This is the one I did for my nephew, my great-nephew. And then I'm going to do the mez bands on a pillowcase. So I would really like to get that one done this year. So now this one is a very old one. Because it wasn't until I got my glasses last year that I've been able to go back and do some 18 count. But this is an old kit that I started a long time ago. It's 2 sewing mice, and it got put aside because I could not see the fabric anymore, or the holes anymore. So that's my progress. So I got just about most of the one mouse done. So it'll be nice to be able to go back to this. This is on 18 count, believe it was oatmeal or something, fiddler's cloth. 18 count fiddler's cloth, and that just came with the kit. So, and it's just done with the floss that came with the kit. And then next we have, oh, this is going to be one of the seasonals, the New Start seasonal, and it is the, I'm doing the Jardin Privé seasons, and the only one I have left to do is the one for fall, and that's it there. So I have all the other ones done, and I'm going to do it on this hand-dyed fabric. And a little bit later I'll show you I have some FFOs here, and I have the 3 finished and displayed. And this one is was a new start that I did last year, and it's a little laundry mouse, and I just think he's the sweetest little thing. Not a mouse, a duck. Where is he? Page 6. Okay. So it's this one here. He's going to be sleeping on the ground, and then this one here. So I put the other one down here, sleeping on the grass, and then the other one's in there. And so far my progress is I have the one that's sleeping on the ground done, and I'll be starting on the laundry basket one. And this is hand-dyed by Rolanda, and I liked it because it looked like a blue sky behind it. So yeah, I'll be happy to get back to that one for sure. Sorry, got these 2 and everything back into the bag so I don't get anything mixed up. And then there's a couple new starts. There's a couple new starts that I'll be doing as well. New start, let's do tea. It's all words about tea. And I'd like to display that in my kitchen. Let's visit Canada. And this one will be finished as a pillow. And we have a new bell pull for my husband's business, and it's bees. There's a beehive at the top, and then um, um, the little honeycomb things at the bottom. And so I want to do this for that. And it's to be or not to be. And then I was born the day before St. Patrick's Day, and I was named for the Irish. And so I would like to do that out of this cross-stitch and needlework book. It's an Irish blessing. May your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow, and may trouble avoid you wherever you go. So that's on my list to do as a spring or a seasonal start. And then I'd also like to do that little bird sitting on an egg. I think he is just the cutest, and that's by the Cricket Collection. And this was a pattern that I got at Valley Village. Okay, so those are basically my my plans for 2020, at least until June, and then I'll decide if I'm going to keep going and see how the progress is for those. So I will show you some of these FFOs that I've got done. This one is for winter, and I just put the strip magnets on it because I have a whole bunch of that still from when I used to do all kinds of other crafts. And I got this stand from our Dollarama here, and so I will be displaying it just like that. And then I have the spring one done, and I just, whoops, let's put that aside. And I just finished this summer one, and I somehow want to put this little bee on here someplace. He's just a little bee button, and I thought he would be cute on there. So those are done. And then I FFO'd a few finishes from 2019. And this one, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for all your kind words about my kitty being gone now. I still miss her so much. But I did this little pillow, and so I've got it all finished up here. And it goes in one of my dishes. And then this was my ornament. This ornament, the top half is filled with my my orts for the year, and then the bottom is just stuffing. And then I just put some trim around it. And that's Thumper. And I also got this FFO'd. This is my Winter Bell Pull by Little House Needleworks. And my husband is going to do a hanger for that. And a couple little oh, I got two more things to show. I forgot. This is Halloween by Stony Creek, and I had given way too much fabric at the top, and so I had to adjust it. But so I just have the witch to do right here, and then it'll be done. But that's my bell pull for Halloween. So I'm really hoping to have that done before Halloween. I'm sorry, I've misplaced the book, and so I can't show you what it looks like. And then I'm also working on Home for the Holidays, 'Tis the Season. And this is just on oatmeal, 18 count from Michaels. And because I have a frame that I wanted to fit it into, I've adjusted the pattern a bit. But that is, the cardinal is done in a red silk by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Rolanda. And so slowly getting there. I'm hoping to add this back into, once I get a finish done, I'll add it into the app and be able to work on that as well. I also got a couple gifts. This one I got in October and I forgot to show it on my last video. After my kitty passed away, my friend who comes in from out of town to stitch with me sometimes, she stitched this to remind me of my kitty. And it's a little Mill Hill kit. And so I just tuck it in the dish. Like right now you don't want to see the pumpkin, so I just put another little pillows in front of it so you can't see that. And then this one I got for Christmas from another dear friend of mine. And that's my kitty. So that'll hang on my tree. It didn't come in until January 2nd, so and I just took my tree down. So next year it'll get hung up for sure. So and then let's see, what else do I have on my list here? So just my purchases. I have another one that just hasn't come in yet because I want to do whose projects are those? What's her name? Brenda Gervais. Wordplay? I want to do them. So I've got January here and I've ordered February and March. And I've ordered some 18 count something like latte, no. Maybe it's like a latte. It's like a tan color. And then I ordered this, and I think that might be my ornaments that I do this year for my family and friends. I thought they were really cute. So I got that off of Amazon. And I think that's it. And hopefully I don't have any problems uploading this like I have before. But you all take care, and looking forward to seeing some of your videos with all your 2020 updates. And happy stitching, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Hugs from Patty. Bye-bye now.